So we got a pretty decent start this game for the Katarina Battle Academia build, where she's the main carry. It's a level 6 reroll build, so we don't have to level up to 7 like we do in the JayceLoL build. Sometimes I think that spending all that extra money on leveling up can cause you to lose a lot of health. It really depends on how, how strong your board is and how strong your opponent's boards are. But we got, grabbing the Pandora's items 3 for a rolling radiant item that I'm going to try to either throw on her or the Rakan, and then we already have the Striker's Flail and a BF Sword on her, so this is looking pretty promising. We have the Edge of Night on her as well now, since I picked up that Chain Vest, and we have 2-star Katarina. We're going to try to roll this into a Radiant Hand of Justice, because I think that would be the best right now. I am going to grab the Caitlyn here just so that we can hit Battle Academia 5 a little bit earlier. The Water Lotus is looking really good here because it'll guarantee that our Katarina has 100% crit with her full build. "100% crit is particularly good on her because the Striker's Flail gives her bonus damage amp every time she crits. So if she has 100% crit and she's critting all the time, she's always going to have 20% bonus damage amp. Here, it doesn't really matter what we grab, but if we could grab the Chain Vest, that would be awesome, because we'll get a lot of bonus gold from being able to sell the Ash. And it'll let us put the Sunfire Cape on the Rakan. The Radiant Gargoyles is really tempting to drop on the Rakan, but we're still pretty healthy, so I'm not feeling pushed to drop an item right now. For now, I'm going to save that Sparring Glove just in case we don't hit the Radiant Hand of Justice. So we're just kind of holding out. We're not really at risk of getting knocked down too far. 60 health isn't really the best, but it looks like we're going to fly through this wave. And then with the minion wave next, you know, we can hold out for a few more rounds. We do have the regular Hand of Justice sitting on the bench, so I think I am going to drop that on the Katarina. With my luck, I'll get it, the Radiant version next round, but that's alright. She does have 100% crit now, so she is going to be proccing that Striker's Flail constantly. So we got really lucky and got the Radiant upgrade, so I was able to build the Radiant Hand of Justice on the Katarina, and then our Pandora's bench rolled back into the Gargoyle Stoneplate, or the Radiant Gargoyle Stoneplate, so Rakan is going to be extremely tanky. Right now, we need to try to build a Void Staff for the Ryze, just so that we do have Magic Pen. Katarina does have Hemorrhage, so she is going to be dealing true damage to enemies, but it's nice just to have that extra pen as well. I went ahead and sold the Jaces there because I'm not going to be leveling for a little while, and I'm sure I'll hit him again by the time that I level up to that point. And then we needed the room on the bench. It did allow us to pick up another Katarina, so hopefully we get the last two that we need so we could really start shredding through the enemy team. And you could see that she's dealing 15,000 damage, and she's only a 2-star right now. So there's no champions I need here, and we have the Pandora's bench, so I'm just going to try to grab the Gwen if we can. Gold is really the most important thing since we have Pandora's bench. So if you ever get that augment, you should really focus on the gold cost of the units rather than the items. I am really tempted to drop the death cap on the Ryze, but I don't think it's necessary, especially since Katarina's dealing so much damage. We really need to look for the utility in the Void Staff, so I'm going to let that item roll. Okay, so we hit the Rakan. I am tempted to roll for the Garen because he is going to be one of our tanks for the late game, but if we can hit the 2-star Leona, since we already have 2 of them, she's going to end up being a lot stronger than him. Since we have this Reforger, I might as well use it to see if I could roll for the recurve bow for the Ryze. But we'll wait until after the minion wave for that. We did get the Jayce again, which is good. We want to see if we can get another Battle Academia unit in, so I'm probably going to rush to level 8. Since we already 3-starred our carries, and we're not struggling at all in these combats, it's more important for us to be able to get the Battle Academia buff active. I'm going to go ahead and drop the Ionic Spark on the Leona here. It is going to give her that extra shred that we want. I'm sure we're going to hit the Leona 2 at level 8. I usually don't have that many problems hitting it, and I don't think anybody's really contesting us on it. This person actually does have a Leona 2 already, so maybe it'll be a little harder than I thought. I can go ahead and drop a Gargoyles on the Leona, which is really good too. Now we're either looking for the recurve bow for the Ryze, or we're going to look for Warmogs on that Leona. We're going to grab the Ryze here if we can, because it'll give us the 2-star Ryze, which should give us a decent advantage. Someone else grabbed it, so we'll just take the TF for the extra gold. I'm going to go ahead and drop the Spirit Visage on the Leona, not because I'm concerned that we're going to lose, but because I want to play to our advantages and make sure that we win every round. We're the healthiest right now, but I think everybody's within 2 rounds of getting knocked out, potentially, so I'd rather not risk that at all. Since we were able to grab the Magic Pen on the Leona, I'm actually going to drop this Gargoyles on the Garen, because I just want my front line to be as beefy as possible. We are looking for the Yuumi right now, because that'll give us our Battle Academia 7, or the Caitlyn, but Yuumi with Prodigy works well with the Ezreal. And there we go, we got 2 Yuumis. And we hit the Yuumi too right away, which is really good. I could take the items off of the Garen so that I could drop them on her if they reroll into anything that's AP, but I don't think damage is really our problem. It's more keeping the enemies focused on fighting the tanks, while the Katarina just bounces around and destroys everyone. Let's take a peek at her damage again. Yeah, and as you can see, she is just absolutely destroying the enemy team right now. We did just hit the Leona too as well. I would be surprised if this wasn't a first place. I'm pretty sure we could beat this other player. If we lose this round, I'll roll down to 0 gold to try to get more of my champions 3-starred, mainly the Ezreal and the Jayce, but I don't think it's even going to be necessary. Since this is going to be the last round, I'll roll down anyway. And that's the game. Thank you guys for watching. If you could please like, comment, and subscribe, it really helps me, appear to more people in the feed so that maybe my videos can get around.